Welcome to our channel. Today, we're diving into a profound exploration of solitude, inspired by the book The Art of Being Alone. Loneliness Was My Cage, Solitude Is My Home by Renuka Gavrani. This narrative offers a transformative perspective on loneliness, solitude, and the path to self-discovery. As you listen, we invite you to reflect on your own journey and consider how embracing solitude might enrich your life. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more inspiring book summaries and insights. Let's begin. Chapter 1. The Weight of Loneliness. Loneliness can feel like an unwelcome shadow, a constant reminder of our separation from others. The book opens by exploring the universal experience of loneliness. It's not just about being physically alone, it's about feeling disconnected, unseen, or unheard. The author shares her own struggle, describing how loneliness can feel like a cage that limits joy and stifles growth. But loneliness isn't just a burden. The author encourages us to see it as a signal, a nudge from within, that something in our relationship with ourselves or others needs attention. Loneliness often stems from unmet emotional needs or a lack of alignment between our inner and outer worlds. In this chapter, we're invited to stop resisting loneliness and start understanding it. What if loneliness isn't something to escape, but a state to explore? By confronting the emotions it brings, we begin to unlock its lessons. Chapter 2. Shifting the Lens on Solitude. The narrative shifts to redefine solitude. While loneliness is often painted as a negative experience, solitude is presented as its empowering counterpart. Solitude is not about isolation, it's about intentional separation, a conscious choice to spend time with oneself. The author reflects on the transformation that occurs when solitude is embraced. In solitude, there is clarity. It's a space where we can hear our own thoughts, connect with our true selves, and rediscover our purpose. Solitude becomes a home rather than a cage, a sanctuary for growth and self-love. This chapter encourages us to view solitude as an opportunity rather than a punishment. By reframing how we perceive being alone, we can start to appreciate its gifts. The time we spend in solitude can become a cornerstone of personal development. Chapter 3. The Inner Dialogue. One of the most profound aspects of solitude is the opportunity it provides for honest self-reflection. However, this is often where many struggle. Left alone with our thoughts, we might encounter self-criticism, doubt, or regret. The author introduces the concept of the inner dialogue and how it shapes our reality. Negative self-talk can deepen loneliness, but by becoming aware of our internal narrative, we can begin to change it. The book offers practical tips for transforming self-talk, such as journaling, practicing gratitude, and affirming our worth. In solitude, we become our own best friend, learning to treat ourselves with kindness and compassion. This chapter highlights the importance of cultivating a supportive inner voice to thrive in the space of solitude. Chapter 4. The Power of Self-Discovery. Solitude opens the door to self-discovery. Without the distractions of external noise, we can uncover our deepest desires, fears, and values. The author describes how solitude helped her reconnect with her authentic self and shed the expectations imposed by society. This chapter discusses the tools for self-discovery, such as meditation, creative expression, and mindful introspection. These practices allow us to understand who we are beyond our roles and relationships. The author shares how she used solitude to rediscover her passions and redefine her goals. By embracing solitude as a time for self-discovery, we shift from seeking validation from others to finding fulfillment within ourselves. This is the essence of turning loneliness into empowerment. Chapter 5. Building Resilience Through Solitude. Life's challenges can feel overwhelming, especially when faced alone. But solitude can also be a source of strength. The author explores how solitude builds resilience by teaching us to rely on ourselves. In solitude, we learn to confront our fears, process difficult emotions, and find solutions without external influence. This chapter provides practical advice for using solitude as a tool for resilience, such as setting boundaries, managing stress, and cultivating patience. The author's journey demonstrates that resilience isn't about never feeling lonely or vulnerable. It's about learning to navigate these feelings and emerge stronger. Solitude becomes a training ground for emotional endurance and adaptability. Chapter 6. Cultivating Joy in Solitude. While loneliness is often associated with sadness, solitude can be a source of joy. This chapter focuses on the positive aspects of being alone. The author shares how she found happiness in simple pleasures, like reading, walking in nature, or engaging in creative hobbies. The book highlights the importance of cultivating activities that bring joy and fulfillment in solitude. These moments of joy are not dependent on others. They arise from within. By embracing our own company, we discover that happiness is an internal state, not something to be sought externally. This chapter inspires us to seek joy in our daily lives, whether through mindfulness, hobbies, or simply appreciating the present moment. Chapter 7. Connecting without losing yourself. Solitude doesn't mean rejecting relationships. It means entering them from a place of wholeness. This chapter explores how solitude enhances our connections with others. When we're comfortable being alone, we approach relationships with authenticity rather than neediness. The author discusses the importance of setting healthy boundaries and communicating openly. By knowing ourselves, we're better equipped to understand others and build meaningful relationships. This chapter reminds us that solitude and connection are not opposites, but complements. The more we nurture our relationship with ourselves, the more fulfilling our relationships with others become. Conclusion. Turning solitude into a strength. The journey from loneliness to solitude is transformative. It's about shifting from feeling trapped to feeling free, from seeking validation to finding self-worth. The book leaves us with a powerful message. Solitude is not something to fear, but to embrace. By cultivating a positive relationship with solitude, we unlock its potential to bring clarity, joy, and resilience into our lives. Loneliness may have been a cage, but solitude is our home, a place of strength, growth, and peace. Thank you for joining us on this exploration of the art of being alone. If you found this discussion inspiring, please subscribe to our channel for more book summaries that empower and uplift. Let's continue this journey together toward self-discovery and fulfillment.